Let me see. So while we do that, let me
So,
see. Cause Khalil, my brother, is he here? Oh yeah. So he is. Oh, admit in the meeting. Okay, admit. So this is okay. All right, cause Khalil, thank you for joining. So Abu, I don't know if you ever meet, if I don't meet like in conversation, but Khalil, I'm very interested for like first the main reason for like do that connection between the diaspora Sierra Leone and then the people in Salon, you know. So once I don't talk to you, and then
okay.
you seem very interested for even learn and take this to them. So I call them and say, I know so you get you like what you have to do, but I think that this is a good group for making join. Yeah. So Khalil, this is Abu.
Okay.
I don't know. I did switch to the English Creole to the to the JC Creole, but and then English. So I've been switching back and forth here. But this meeting we're recording, so some people are going to understand. But anyways, Khalil, so if you want to introduce
Okay.
yourself, this is a meeting where we just talk about AI tutorials. We're just starting. And like I told you before, Abu is very, very interested and very learning a lot on his own about the AI thing. So for now, we're just going to talk about, I guess, like what we were talking about last week, and also just to introduce you to the group. But we, yeah.
Okay. Hello, Abu. How you doing? I'm I'm
I'm doing fine.
good. Yeah, my name is Khalil. So I again, I really joined this call to really learn as far as AI concepts and all,
Mhm.
and how it will benefit me as far as most of the future plans that I have, and even um, a potential business that I want to start and all that. So how I can utilize the tool. Um, pretty much, and I'm Sierra Leonean, just like
Mhm.
you, and I hope and I hope one day to try to make an impact in the country as well. So learning this tool will
Okay.
it definitely will be in the right direction. Yep. Thank you, Mona.
Okay. And then Abu,
Thank you.
you want to introduce yourself to Khalil? Or?
Yes. Yes. Good day, Mr. Khalil and Muna. Of course, my name is Abu Kanu, and I believe Mr. Khalil, we have I think on WhatsApp. I think because at that time I was learning forex, that trying to do something so that I can see how best I can leverage on the internet, because the internet presently is the new gold for our own age. So you see opportunities, and they're different even if you did different side na the globe. If they even leverage that opportunity through the internet. So I they try for land forex. So the Pabi tell me say me picking back, you see the chat them where they analyze. Then say me picking back they do this Khalil. That's yeah, that's okay. That's well. I will text them back. So I one time I text Khalil. So he reply we discuss on that. So like learning AI is very important for us as in both the trading and also the our daily life for now. AI is very important because this knowledge of AI can help us do things quick. You can automate your business whatever way you want it through this AI. So joining us, you are welcome, and I also open up to you people. You are a family to me now, and I'm also open up to you. Whatever you at least you are thinking of Sierra Leone, so at least to go more beneficial for us, the youth. I'm here. I will be an ambassador. So thank you, Muna and Khalil.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so no problem. And like this group, it's really just to share the ideas and learn. And then Abu, I guess, just like how I don't know, the group can grow. I guess we could talk more about it. For me, I don't know. I just know my information, but to gather and collect, I'm like, okay, obviously everything works better as a group if you're trying to make an impact or even just do something. But I'm used to
Mm-hmm.
like just working individual on the computer, so it's like I can teach and everything. So Abu, like it seems like you're really good, or at least you definitely know people back home because you live there, but
Yes.
you're able to like get people together and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So I mean, I guess this is like more for me the way I see it. And Khalil, I know he wants everybody has their own plan, but within this group, at least we just share ideas. And then if somebody wants to help out other people
Mm-hmm.
with their plans, then yes. So it's not to say by force,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
I am interested to just share everything I can that
Yes.
you
Yes.
think is helpful. Like whatever you need to learn about the AI, like I will share because I just know a lot.
Okay.
Although for my own individual thing, I have a specific goal, but I know like all the things that I
Mm-hmm.
know, share it with people, and then see how they can make it grow. And honestly, that's how I want to help out. And then I have like things I want to do in Sierra Leone too, but I feel like at first I need to understand again. Although I was born there,
Yes. Yes.
let me understand
Exactly.
first before I say, "Oh, let me go do this." Let me understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but for the whole AI thing, that's worldwide. So I guess we could talk a bit
Mm-hmm.
more about that because we did talk about how we want to um just like you said do something there. But in the meantime, I can now this is a I can just show you guys a quick thing because we said to review what we talked about in the last meeting, right? So a good example
Yes,
is
sir.
for me to just actually show to review what we talked about in the last meeting that we had and
Mm-hmm.
using AI to review it. So I can show you because remember I was showing
Okay.
you how this is similar to how I do the meeting notes. Like I was telling you how you can record a video. So I recorded a meeting and I put it on YouTube. So from here I'm able to get the transcripts. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
So we're going to
And
quick review on what we talked about last week, but I'm going to show you how to use AI to really do that, which is gathering your information through a video transcript.
okay. And Mona, in 15 minutes, I'm gonna get off camera, but I'm gonna listen in
Oh
because
yeah,
I got
yeah, yeah. Me too. I think I might go down on camera. That way I can
Okay.
in 15
talk. But
minutes. Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So hi, mommy. How are you? So well, we were just about to start.
I'm good in you.
Mommy, how are you? Oh, I heard you say good. Yeah. Well, do you want to introduce yourself? As far as just introduce yourself to the group, and we're about to start a tutorial where I show how to use AI to do certain things to review a meeting. But
Oh, all right, that sounds good. Hi, everyone. My name is Maame. I'm currently a third year nursing student at VCU, and it's nice to meet everyone.
okay. Um, do you okay? And this you could just be fully honest. Like, is there anything that you really fully want to learn about AI, or you kind of just joining to just see how we could help with what you were asked to join for?
Yeah, just trying to. I know, like, I usually use it for my like day to day like questions, but I just came to see what I can learn about it.
Okay. Okay, I was gonna ask like, so how do you use it? So you said day to day questions you use it
Mhm.
for. Let me take the screen out. All right. Well, there's a lot more to it as far as like the ways you can use it. But what I'm going to show you guys right now is at least what can you guys see? I think I'm sharing a screen, but I'm not sure if you guys can see the screen sharing.
Yes, we can see the
All
notebook.
right. Okay, Notebook LM. Yeah. So we were just talking about how first we're just going to review quick the meeting that we had review last week, and it's a quick one. So I'll just show you a way like how you can review. The way I do that sometimes is I record a meeting and then I put the video on YouTube and using AI. This thing here, Notebook LM, it's an AI app through Google. So it's free if you have a Google account. You can create these AI notebooks where if you put your information in it, anything, a link, a YouTube video, you can basically, I'll show you like, it makes it easy to review the information in there. So if it's like a large information, if you're trying to learn something or review something, or you'll just see. So the video that I'm looking for. Let me just show real quick. And after the review, then I'll show you guys on this one app where you can create really good pictures with AI. And then a quick review of another one similar to ChatGPT. But let me show you guys now. So I got the link here, get shareable link. So this is my YouTube, the back end. The video is private because it was just at one of our meetings. But all you have to do is you go on Gemini. Hey, it's too many screens. I should have. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay. So when you start a notebook, it's an empty thing like this, Gemini. and it looks like it's a lot, but when I walk through it, you'll see. So you add your source. So if it's a link to a website, a YouTube video, you can put that, and sometimes you can even put a whole PDF in there and connect a lot of things. And it's not allowing me to because the video is private. So let me go make it on private. Sorry, guys. I am totally public. Okay. Get shareable link. Let me refresh first. This is just one of the apps that's really, really good at, especially if you're learning something or even writing. If you're in school writing your stuff, it's a really good one to use to help you get your work done. But there it is. AI class Marie prompt engineering. Where's the call with me and you just Abu? That's the one. Okay, Abu. This was a meeting that we had last week. Yeah, so the YouTube link has to be public to work. Okay, so now you see that there. So when you put your source there, now it brings up the information like an overview of what the source is. Like I said, the source can be anything. It could be some document that you already have on Google, a website, a video link, or just a copy and paste. It gives you an overview here. And then from here, you can create, you can ask questions. So let me say, give me an overview. But I said, like, we're going to review what we talked about in the meeting. Overview of what was discussed in the meeting. So it goes through everything and gives you an answer without you having to go through the video, the whole video. It can give you a quick, long
Okay.
answer or a shorter one if you ask. So you see here how it really tells you. So this is how you
Mm-hmm.
can really go through your own data already or another person's data.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's one thing you can do, and you can ask a lot of questions. So here it like gives you suggestions, but let's say for example that was something I want to create a blog post. I can ask the question, okay, create a blog post based on this that was discussed in the meeting, or any other thing. Or if I want to create a quiz for students, you can do that. Or if you want to study, you
Okay.
can ask it to ask you questions so you can answer back. So this is really good
Okay.
for that because the thing is, it sticks to this here. Although it does use AI to answer the thing, like in a way that you can easily understand it. It sticks to
Mm-hmm.
this instead of searching the internet and then giving you information that may be right or may be wrong. It just sticks to what you feed
Okay.
it.
So
Okay.
this is pretty much like an internal data, like I'll say like its own database that is stored.
Exactly.
It collects
Mhm.
all the information, and at any given time you can come in and search it.
Anytime, yeah, it's an AI powered database, exactly. So you can put, just imagine it might, like how you, yeah, it's a database internal. So this is
Okay.
really good for yourself, or if it's like a group, if you want everybody, like a training guide, like at work, if you're
Right.
training, this is a good thing to give.
Okay.
Or one person that I showed her, she's a esthetician for skincare, so she created this to put like the tutorials for how to use the product. So when her clients ask her, she just asks real quick based on anyways, like a quick guide to give them, because what she used to do is just like do the pull the information together herself from different resources and then give it to them, so it takes time. But now she just types to put all of her products in there. She just types, okay, give me the, what's it called, instructions for using this product for this skin, and it can do that. But so from here you see it can just really pull all this information here. But so the meeting was about AI practice and challenges. Our users share their excitement about using AI. We did that. AI applications used. Yeah, so in the last meeting we talked about perplexity. Remember the search that we did? So it really goes
Mm-hmm.
over everything. We went in deep details about zero shot prompting, one shot
Zero
prompting, and
shot.
multi
Yes.
shot prompting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions about that? Hmm? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'll be talking the whole time. Oh, it's okay. Okay. Yeah, so we talked about those types of prompting. Abu, do you have any questions about that? I'm going to give a quick overview.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, yeah. So the zero shot prompting, this was a technique that you use when you're using the AI models. So ChatGPT, if you already ask the questions to these models, you're already prompting. But if you know the techniques of prompting to get things, the answers that you need, or just the document, the way to get it to behave the way you want it to behave, whether if you wanted to create a document or to help you start the start of creating an app or a website, it's really good to learn prompt engineering. It's kind of like saying, okay, I want to be a writer, but you never knew or learned how to write. You can learn how to speak and tell a story, so you're a good storyteller, but you're not really a good writer. So zero shot prompting is like what I just did here when I ask it, oh, give me an overview. But these are just different techniques you can use. So prompting is like really, really good. If you want to be an engineer, you learn coding. If you want to learn how to use these models just by using your own natural way of speaking, learn prompt engineering. But yeah, but you can mix the both to really get the best out of it. So just that, and then we talked about community and future plans as far as starting a WhatsApp group, which Abu did. Thank you very much. In a Discord, and just an overview. That's mainly what the meeting was about because we took a lot, like our time to go through these. So the video is available to go through these techniques, and we practiced hands on. But other than that, if anybody has any questions, let me know. But I'm going to continue and just show you guys the features here of the application. All right. So this is the main chat. We're here, as you can see. And here you can add your sources anytime. If you do link it to your Google Drive, when you update a document on Google Drive, you can come back here and update it. So it'll sync to your files on Google Drive. So that's that. And then this section here is where you can look for sources. So say if you know the topic you want this to be about, you can just type it here and search instead of you going on to go search individually. So for example, let me see, AI training class, right? So you click submit. And then here it gives you all these different sources. So these are different websites that it found that are related to what you type, and you can add them or select which one you want to add specifically. And you can also go look at it to just read and make sure that it actually is what you want. That, and then over here, you can create this thing here. It's called a deep dive conversation. So it's an audio, two people talking, like it's a podcast. When you click generate, I probably should have showed you guys the other part first, but there's a way you can customize it so you can tell it specific where it says settings. Well, here it said customize, there was a button there. And you can direct it like, okay, well, focus on just the prompting conversation, just talk on that, or focus on just the community and future plans part or anything like that. This takes a while to generate, but it's really good to do this. Say if you already add all your sources and then you click that or customize first, because you can only do it once, unfortunately, for right now. So that's really good. I'll let it keep going. Hopefully it'll be done. But here you can just add more notes, on your own, and then delete. And then so say if you have something here, right? Let me see. Write a blog post about the prompting techniques. So it'll do that, right? So there's a way you can add this, whatever it gives you here, into the source. So now when you do that, the answers will also now consider what you add. So now we create this blog post here, and it's all really based on what we discussed also. Um, with this blog post now, the way I can add it as a source is I save notes. When you save it as a note, it comes to the side here, and then you click the three dots, and that did not happen. It's supposed to give me the option. Oh yeah. So when you click on it, you click to convert to source, and now it's a source in here. So that's another way to add sources to your notebook, your database. So there are different things you can do here, like just the different ways you ask your questions. Like with the prompting, you can create different things in the chat alone. And then specifically what they pre-built, you can also create what they call the audio overview or the mind map or something called the study guide or the FAQ. And they all come down on this note here. in the timeline. Let's just look at all of them quickly and then we'll be done with here. While they're all being created, you can also share the notebook. You can share it publicly so other people can look at it and they can ask their own questions. So this is where you can offer to other people that you just want to share it with, or if it's a class thing or a work thing, or if you have students, for them to have access, you know. Um, so this would be a really good way to even for the team to work together, you know. But so you can do publicly, and then that's it. Copy the link, and you can like be specific about who has access. So whether they, if I added somebody there, it'll help me out. So let's see, like Abu, you can put them as a viewer, editor. So that means if they're editor, I mean they can add sources here also, and then but or you can take away their access. But that's that, and then close the panel. Let me see. Settings, output language. Oh, so this one, you know, the audio podcast that it creates, you can create that audio podcast in different languages. So that's that. Now let's see what these the AI literacy opportunity in Sierra Leone. So this is just a timeline. So what it does, it's this to me, it's not useful to me yet because I haven't used a scenario where it's useful. But if it's something kind of like a history or maybe like the sequence of something, it might be helpful. But I guess it just tries to kind of find some kind of a timeline to create. So for here, it's doing the timeline based on the class itself, what was discussed. So that's helpful for meeting notes, I guess. That, and then you can also, so that's that. The mind map is pretty cool also, actually. So see the mind map here where you prompt engineering unlocking AI potential. It picks, I guess it picks a topic that was focused on to expand on the mind map. So this is a really good thing for learning or for teaching or even for the team. So it's saying prompt engineering, what's the definition of it? Ugh. When you click on it, it comes to the chat to explain some more. But if you don't click on the actual word, it just keeps expanding, you know, like a mind map definition. And then the techniques, the definition of prompt engineering is that it's a technique to write instructions, is that you ask AI to do something and it's crucial for effective communication with AI. And the thing with AI, though, just as far as AI literacy, the most important thing is to know that it is a technology, it's not the expert. So even if it tells you something, just know that it's giving you information based on what you trained it. So the answer it's given us here is based on what's in the meeting. It's not the answer. It's not giving you an answer based on oh, the actual truth. Even though they said this in the meeting, I know it's wrong. No, it's just what's in the meeting. That's the answer it's giving you. That's how ChatGPT and the other ones work too. So if you're going to share this information, say it's something for your work or for school, make sure you yourself you check and verify. Okay, that's important thing to know. But it just see it's a way here, just like how it just separates like the organization of what was discussed, the AI applications and tools that were discussed. We talked about a video creation tool, and I'm thinking now it should tell us more like Leonardo AI and how to address the bias when you're creating images, and how I showed the cartoon characters, how you can create a cartoon of yourself. But so these are just the different things, and all of these two you can add as a source here easily by just clicking this through and click convert all notes to source. But when you do that, it put them all in one huge source, not individually. All right, so that is all for this one. It wasn't the plan to do a tutorial on it, but since we wanted to review what we talked about last class, that's why I decided, well, you know what, this is the perfect time to just show it. All right, any questions on Notebook LM? Or anybody has thoughts, anything it made you think of, any ways that you can use it?
For me, no question.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any questions, but I know there's a lot of details and information, and it's something I have to get used to as far as whether collecting the data.
Yeah. Yeah, the best way is just like just go into it and then see, okay, what can I do? Like play with it like it's a toy or something, you know? Like, okay, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well let me go and create. And then okay, well there's a YouTube video I want to use to learn about something. Let me go get that link and put it here. Or there's a website that I went to and it's similar to the video. Let me just
Okay,
put that, you know? So
okay,
then you just ask questions, and then the more you use it in practice, the better and better. Just with
Okay.
anything you get. But yeah, so like you said before, it's your knowledge base, like the AI database knowledge base. So sure, I remember that's something that they wanted at some company. But so this is Sora.
Yeah,
Sora is
right.
an application that ChatGPT has. So it's their standalone image generation app. You get to it first by just going to ChatGPT. Unless you go to the website here directly, sora.chatgpt.com, you can also get to it through. No, don't do this yet. I don't want to do this. No, start as an empty workspace. Okay. Um, when you go on ChatGPT, it should be on the side here, but it only shows up when you're on the desktop. If you're on your phone, you have to type in sora.chatgpt.com. But
Okay.
so this one, I think it's really good so far. I think it's good. I think from what they said, Mid Journey is better, but this so far it's good. So the things I've been able to do is like, let me see. Oh, look at my AI twins. That's, yeah. So I just tried different things. So I could just go from the top bottom and see. So this is my sister. I just took her picture, try to get like a cartoon creation of her. So when you click on it, what it does, like you can take a picture and add the picture to do any kind of style.
Mm,
Yeah, and then besides pictures, although you can, I just wanted to do the cartoons. You can also, as you see up here, I create a flyer. So with prompt engineering, the skills of it, like you can try first time, but then you change words up. Because at first, it created this. Because all I said was create a high quality creative invitation pool party. I thought I told it everything, but it kind of came out. You see, weird. But
mm,
when you do that, you can with them you can go ahead and go inside. Like I took this one, and you can edit it, or just it said remix it. So remix is like when it takes this picture and it makes the change that you want it to change. But edit to say if you want to kind of
okay.
like go back to the original and tell it to like do something new without having to add the
Mm,
original back up again. So I
okay.
told it basically okay, so when I first did it, I added the picture, right? Upload device, added it. And then I typed this thing here, create the high quality invitation. And it created these two. I didn't like them, but I like at least this, the words are clear and it didn't cut off. So I went here and I click edit remix. Like I like the picture, but no, I
Mm,
did remix because I wanted to keep this, but just change something up. But I didn't but since I did remix, anyways, it's just you can make those changes without having to upload again. So I'll just show you the prompts. I did remix here, so it tells you what you did. I remixed it and then I added this prompt. I just said this is terrible. The picture is nice. That's the picture is nice, but include the date, June 20th, and write information about. I just kind of put everything as far as what I want to work on about the pool party invitation. And that's so you see the way I wrote here is just the way I speak. So that's one part with AI, artificial intelligence. It can understand the way you naturally speak, and that technology is called natural language processing and natural language understanding. So that means it can see what you're speaking or writing naturally, and it can process it like humans do and understand it. That's because artificial intelligence is trying to imitate human intelligence. So you can just speak naturally, but it's really also based if it's trained on the language you're speaking. So not all languages are trained on AI yet. In the far future, almost will, but it's based on that. So when I told it that it was terrible and to fix it, it did. At least now I make it look better here. Because before when AI, when they first started, it was very bad with the wording, but it's a lot better now. But so that's you can do that, or you can create just like presentation things. This is sort of just like one of them. I think there was, oh yeah, and then I did my twins. So you can make even things like, girly girl stuff like, oh, okay, just like, glam up my face a little bit. So that was the original picture. So this, even for photographers or just people making content online, I just told it like, hey, just remove the blemishes and the pimples. And it looks different. I know that's not me because I can see the changes, But if it's somebody just wants to create content just for content purpose, it's good, you know. And I told it to make twins. They can add people there. Like you just type what you want and it creates it, you know. But if you don't know how to get started with this yet, I have another account where I created some more things. I can't remember which one, but you can first, if you don't know what to do, just go here and browse images and videos that people already create. So you can just go through these yourself, right? And then, let's say, for example, you click this, you like it, you can just remix it now, you know? Be like, um, I like the pattern in the outfit. Make create an image of a 35-year old man from, let me see what it does. Leon wearing a traditional attire with this fabric pattern, you know. So this could be good also for people who for content or for people who make clothes to see. So with Sora, I didn't start yet to show you guys how to use it, but after this I'll just show you the, you know, screen guides. Here you can see tell it how many you want it to create because it can do 4 at a time, 2 at a time, 1. I like 2 at a time because the 4 I feel like is sometimes wasteful. But you can also pick the ratio of what you want, but I just do remix. So from what I type, it should give me what I want. If not, then I have to tell it, do prompting to change things up a bit, you know? But let's see. So that's that. Any you guys want to create any other like any kind of image or something you have in mind? Or not? It's okay. But I was saying like so this gallery here you can just use as inspiration to see okay what kind of thing you want to create or just what's possible, you know? If you can't from your head think immediately what it is that you want to. Let me see. I think I want to show you guys this one that I oh the personal one, okay. Because my personal one I created something that oh it still brought me to my sorry guys. It's too many screens. Okay. Sora. I want to get out of one of them to go to my never mind. Anyways, I was just trying to show how I created a flyer for okay, let me see. Cloud9 AI Advisory. Okay. I'll just show you guys what it is I'm trying to find. So this one I created using Sora. So even outside of like the fun photos and everything, you can create these type of flyers using just that image creator, you know? So this is for that class I'm starting next week. But I was surprised that I was able to, and it got all the words right because AI it used to be very bad at getting the spelling and everything right. So, the way I got to this, I can show a different time. But I use ChatGPT to just help me get the course information together, and I literally copied that text information with the course information like this, and I asked ChatGPT, okay, so I want to create a flyer on Sora. What prompts can I use to create a flyer for this course? And I pasted the course information into in a quote into that same prompt, and then I copied that prompt that it gave me. So from ChatGPT here, I created the prompt that it gave me to go into Sora, and I pasted it, and it created versions of it until I changed things up. Like, okay, this is wrong. Add this, add that, and I was able to create a flyer with good spelling like this, you know. And that's all. So that really saves time a lot when you're trying to just get something graphic without really being able to get started. But let me see. This is taking a while, but there we go. There's a picture. I don't know. He doesn't look like he's 35, but maybe what do you guys think? All right. So you see how the pattern matches right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is like a good way for somebody who has a fashion, because you can probably even take a picture of the clothes you already have and then have them
Mm,
put it on the person. But so these are just different ways here. So I remember Abu, you were saying something about how it was hard to get the images right as far as like to create African people. Is that?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Like with prompting, you can literally tell it like, a person from Sierra Leone,
Okay,
speak naturally. There's no big trick to it besides practicing and learning the techniques.
okay.
Yeah. So I think if you're specific about where the person's from, it'll have more context versus just a man, because a man can be from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Sora. So with Sora, when you come here, the main page, I guess let's just do a quick overview of what it is. So just think of all your image and stuff, and not even just the image. With Sora, my version right now, it's not the free version that I'm showing you guys. So I think you can't go ahead and create the video from here yet, but I can create a video from it. It'll take a while, so let me not even go into that. But you can also, like I said before, you can create videos from using Google AI Studio, anyways, for free completely. So it's not stopping anything when it comes to turning your videos, your images to videos.
So, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you just mentioned that you can create a man from whatever country,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which seems very accurate. But I'm very curious I'm very curious to know if, example, here, he said create a man from Sierra Leone.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just the logic behind how these tools are actually creating these images and
Mm-hmm.
pinpoint like, hey, this guy is from Sierra Leone or whatever.
Okay.
Because this guy can look like he's from Nigeria, right? He can look like he's from Ghana. He can look like he's from Cameroon, right? But
Mm-hmm.
he's an African man, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just curious. You may not know the answer, though. But I'm just curious, right?
Okay. Like how the
Cause,
technology works, how it's coded
right,
to do
right,
that.
right. I'm
Okay,
just
so from what I understand, the way it works is that with the large language models, they're trained off of the internet. The internet has a lot of information. I imagine all the pictures that's been uploaded, from all these people that all over the world. And so with prompt engineering, the reason why it's good to be specific to get what you want is because it's helping the AI like figure out what you're looking for. So it doesn't just create from knowing; it creates based on the data. So like you said, it could be right, it could be wrong. Like, maybe they could give us a picture image of somebody from Cameroon, or create one, but it does create it based on what you told it. So what it does is like, okay, I'm saying, I like the pattern, so it knows to keep the pattern. But when I say create an image of a 35-year-old man from Sierra Leone, it's basically taking information from the internet. So it like goes, okay, this age, a man looks, this is the age that I'm looking for. So it's as if it's like a Google search, it goes out there like, okay, 35-year-old man. So now it makes the pool of what it needs to create smaller. But then when we say Sierra Leone, so now imagine if it's like, it's now it looks for Sierra Leone in like the database, the vector database. And so now it based on the information online. So the it's using the database to pinpoint, okay, somebody from Sierra Leone looks like this, because now imagine on the internet there's probably some fashion designer or like even pictures that are up of people in Sierra Leone. So what it goes is like saying man from Sierra. So this is literally kind of like how it does it, but a lot faster than me typing. It looks at pictures of people from Sierra Leone like this, and it creates an image together just like this. So it can
oh,
pull from Idris, it can pull from that, but it's just basically based on what it's been trained on from the internet. So basically, it pulls from all of these right here, wherever it's tagged a man in Sierra Leone. So we can put like,
so so is it pulling for no? Is it pulling from a specific source, or is just all the sources from the internet, all
well,
that data information? That's what's pulling into this one. I don't know, to the prompt engineering
Oh,
part.
okay, I see. Okay, yeah. So it's pulled from. That's a really good question. And that's part of. That's really good you're asking that because that's AI literacy to know what it's trained on. So different models are trained on different data. As you know,
Right.
and I think in general they say with the large language models with like ChatGPT and Google, definitely Google is trained off of their Google data. But they're trained off of the internet's data. So whatever internet data is available to them, and I think Google is one of those companies that opens up their search API. So it's based off of like whatever API they're connected to for that internet data, you know? So I don't know specifically where
Oh,
the like
okay,
APIs that ChatGPT, I know they probably have that information now because they're supposed to be quote unquote open source,
got it.
but it's based on whatever API they're connected to for that search data. So let's say if it's from the Sierra from Google's, API, like when this is type 35-year-old man from Sierra Leone, it's like these, so it's pulling source from here. But it can also pull, even if it's not here, from like maybe somebody's blog post that they have because it's the internet. So that detail now is to look into the documentations that they have, but it's from whatever kind of API it's connected to. So, but
Okay,
the main thing is it's really just based on whatever is there, then it creates, so it's not to say it's factual. But now some modules
Okay.
are better at training from a different race or some things like that, so it may not be accurate, but this is where now you can come and train it. So say for example, when it showed this and it's not quite, that guy doesn't look quite Sierra Leonean, but you can
Mm-hmm.
like I don't think ChatGPT itself, you can't really train it, but say if you were developing an app that you want to train to be better at identifying. Anyways, hold on. With the development side, you can train it by giving it more pictures that you have, like your own data of men from Sierra Leone, right? So now it gets better. That's where it just learns as you feed it. So although it has the internet data that it learned from, that's like the baseline, the default version. Now you can train it with your data on top of it. So I guess
okay.
a version of
Okay.
what
You,
this could
pretty
look
much you can tailor it to what you want, like how you want to customize your database or whatnot, your information.
exactly. So
Okay.
let me see if this might be a good example. Let's say let's just pick this person quick. Like I know for the development side, that's how they do it, right? But I don't know for like the consumer side, like the what I'm using right now. Let me see download.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it's the same, probably similar logic though.
Yeah, like where okay, this looks okay, but make it look more. Let me see. I was trying to see if I could see. This is fine, but make him look. Yeah, I'm thinking this is a consumer end, so I'm not sure about this, but the way you train, like, I guess it's similar. Let me just do this first before my thoughts go somewhere else. Because I was going to give an example of how you train it with a text generation. But you see how like I say, no, this looks fine. The outfit is great, you know. But make him look more sterling by referencing the attached image. So let's see if that would work as far as what I'm thinking about for the consumer end of training. But when it comes to training it, like say different scenario, but because we're talking about texting, the text one, because that's an image generation with AI. It can generate images, it can generate pictures, it can generate like text, code, it can generate different formats like HTML, all that. So for the text one, I know the training. Oh, this is where it is. This is exactly what I used to create to get the prompt. Okay. Let me see. For the text one, what that looks like to say if it gives you an answer right. This is not an example of what I'm talking about at all, but just to show visual of the text. Say if you give me an answer and the answer isn't quite right because it's not right, because I know I can just text it to say, okay, well, that's wrong, but this is the right information and remember that moving forward. I feed it that and now it remembers. This, at least ChatGPT is trained to remember things that you tell it to remember moving forward. And another way to do it for like, I guess, more system wise way is to click personalize you click your user icon here, personalize, and then you can personalize it from these different things here. So you give it traits, you can attach documents to just train it like for it to respond to you the way you want it to, and all different kinds of ways. So like here I just put this here, like I value factual information, so always provide your source links when giving me answers. Yeah. It looks like it really didn't do that for this one. When it's a source link, okay. But just things like that. That's like a very simple one I did because I was just testing out. Because this was something new I haven't seen here. Before there was a different way to train it. But that's a long answer to your question. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Oh, the call is about to end in 15 minutes. So let me see. So this is what it. Hey, look at what it did. But it did. You see,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it did. So the more you feed it of like what you want it to learn, the better it gets at it. Um, so that's that with Sora. So there's more like I was saying, you can create really good things with Sora, like videos like this one that I created the animation. Um, let me see example of the videos that they have here. Like these are just things you can browse. Like these are things that other users created. For the free account, your creations are your public, so other people can use it to remix and create their own. So you can always just kind
Okay.
of browse and see to get inspiration, or just do your own thing. If there's something you want to create and generate, if it's for image, just go ahead and try it. It probably would work with prompt engineering. Um, just that Sora, yeah, you can explore images and videos, and then if you like something hard, it say later on you want to, you know, remix something, you like it, all of them will come here, and then you can look at what you already generated here in my media, and then there's likes and favorites. I don't know why there's two different likes things and favorites. Maybe it's a favorite of your library. Okay, that, and then here it just keeps your uploads. So let's see. The top is just like the popular generations for the day, or based on what you select, and your likes
Okay.
are the things that you like. So I like these because I kind of they inspire me. Your media and favorites. Anyways, so just all your media. But so that's Sora, and this is just where you upload. This thing always stays here to upload. I guess this makes it easier for you. But and for say if you just want to create something but you don't know what style yet, they have these preset styles for images that you can select. I haven't tried them all yet actually, so I'll try it next time to see how they look. But so that is Sora. Any questions or let's see. I took that picture and made it like that. But okay. So I'm trying to see. So we did do two tutorials. I was supposed to do Gemini, but maybe Gemini could be for another day. That way we can not rush through it really fast. um, let me see. So next week I'm going to have the AI advisory class just to kind of go over like AI literacy for daily use because there's different ways that I've used it for myself. This is free. And just to learn how to write better with better documents with prompting. That's something that I'm very experienced in with documentation as an analyst. That I did that a lot, and then how to do smart searches with generative AI. One really good tool with doing your searches is this one called Perplexity. I'll just go through this before I share Perplexity, but it's like the AI driven search, like Google, and then how to build an AI powered knowledge base. That one we kind of went through with Notebook LM. You can do that, but you can also do it in different tools with Google also. But Notebook LM is my favorite when it comes to AI knowledge base. Like it's exactly what I remember like they were asking for this one project, you know? Like that's what they wanted to search their database with AI without having to know how to code. And then understanding personal data like financial statements and PDFs. This is really good. This is something you need to be emotionally ready to do this if you're not the best with your finance. But But it's also really good if you are and you want to be very strategic, because like or even like a blood work. Like I had blood work done. I don't know medicals. Like I'm not a medical person, you know. I try to be healthy, but I don't know the medical terminology. So I took out my personal information, deleted like my name and everything, and I put it on ChatGPT, and it was able to really help me understand my blood work. And I really mean understand, not even like, because I did have a consulting to follow up with the doctors, and they explained everything, and what they told me literally was on it. And just as a piece of warning, this is not a replacement for your doctor at all. Okay. So, but it's at least something to help you just like understand without having to, always reach out to them, because they are busy as well. But so that's what this would be about, like one thing for each different day. For even this personal one, I'm with the outside the blood work for the financial one, like all I've done so far, and I'm going to look further into it before the thing, just to see how powerful it can be. I just uploaded in my bank statements from one bank the past 5 months, like for the year, and I asked ChatGPT, and I also did search like, okay, what would be good questions for me to ask AI for financial guidance? Whether like a financial advisor, a very experienced financial advisor, what would be a good question for it to guide me as if it's one? And it was really, really good. Like, and it told me where I lacked in, what I should work on, and like you can ask it questions about future planning and everything. But it's with prompting, it can be very helpful guide for somebody who's looking to just improve their finances or just to better understand based on your actual own financial situation. Um, but yet again, when you make decisions based off of AI, just know that it's your decision and you can't blame the AI, because you should never just trust the AI as an expert. But that's what that is going to be about. But I do encourage you guys, if you have questions or anything, just like any question you have, literally, if you want to learn AI, ask the chat. But outside of that, you can ask me. Because I don't know, AI is cool. Like this whole website, I'm pretty creative myself,
Mm-hmm.
but I use ChatGPT just to guide me to build a website together. It's a simple one with Google, but it may do it like in one day versus more. So. So I'll just stop there right now because the meeting will end in 9 minutes and cut off. So there's more tools and more. I guess it just depends on your use case, what you want to do with AI. If you just want to use it to like help you get your own work done already, or if you want to explore to see, okay, what can I do with it and build and create? Because with Google, anybody who wants to really explore, there's many different apps you can try, but your Google account alone is a good way to start. Because that alone you have access to different kind of AI tools that usually other ones that are standalone, they'll either charge you, or if it is free, you won't get as much usage out of it compared to Google. Um,
Okay.
like example, let me open up just a free account that I have with Google. Um, like you have access to this Gemini thing, which also you can create images, and they keep always upgrading. But it's just this one, it's never told me there was a limit. Like I can upload as many files and pictures, and it's never stopped me to say you can't do anymore. But ChatGPT on the free version, it does have a limit. um AI is too. And then the other one that I showed you guys was what is it called, Perplexity. No limit to that one either. And then this one, AI Studio one, is another one that's more developer driven, but it's very, very good for here with the images. Remember I said with creating the video, you can create a videos here from your pictures without limits with Google, because they give us free storage because they get free data, so it's an even exchange. um Anyways, so that is it for today. I'm done with the tutorials. Any questions? Let me see. All right.
No
No, I don't have
question
any
for
question, but
me.
this is
Yep.
so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's very good.
Yeah.
Very good class.
Yeah, so I definitely want to see if we can work on I don't know, some kind of a put together a, what is it called? Like a group of, I don't know. I'm not really that good at like, keeping the group chat going or anything, but I do know like we need to build some kind of a space where we can meet and just learn and
Mm.
discuss like maybe at a faster rate than now. Maybe I'm not sure if you guys are Abu, if you're thinking that. I know Mame, you just joined, so I guess it's more Abu I'm speaking to, and Khalil, you just
Okay.
kind of joined too. But I was thinking of
You know,
something maybe similar to I don't know
maybe
Discord, but that can be discussed for later. Mhm. All right. So if nobody
Yeah.
has any questions, this is over. But let me know if you're interested for this. This is some. We'll have to discuss it later. But
Hmm.
thank you for joining.
Okay. Thank you too. Thank you.
Mhm.